Have you ever had a friendship that felt close, but left you strangely drained afterward? Where you were always available, always supportive, always giving. Yet somehow you were the one left feeling empty. That's because not every friendship is built on care. Some are built on access. Access to your time. Access to your energy. Access to what you provide emotionally, mentally, or even practically. These friendships often start warm. You feel needed, chosen, important. They lean on you, confide in you, praise your kindness, and make you feel like the connection is deep. But slowly a pattern forms. They reach out when they need something, advice, comfort, favors, reassurance, but go quiet when you need support. They're present when it benefits them, absent when it requires effort. And the imbalance doesn't show up all at once. It reveals itself in small, subtle ways that are easy to excuse. You tell yourself they're just busy, that everyone struggles sometimes, that real friendships aren't transactional. But deep down, something feels off, because care feels mutual and this doesn't. Care listens without extracting. Care gives without keeping score. Access, on the other hand, takes without replenishing. And the hardest part is realizing that some people don't stay because they value you. They stay because they value what being close to you gives them. And what makes these friendships hard to recognize is that they don't look harmful at first. There's no obvious betrayal, no dramatic fallout. Just a slow pattern where you're always the one adjusting, understanding, and giving the benefit of the doubt. You begin to notice that your role in their life is very specific. You're the listener, the fixer, the one who shows up. But when your energy is low, when you need support, the dynamic suddenly shifts. The conversations shorten. The replies delay. The closeness fades until you're useful again. That's when it starts to hurt. Not because you expected perfection, but because you expected reciprocity. Care feels balanced. Access feels conditional. And over time, this kind of friendship teaches you something uncomfortable. It teaches you to overextend, to pour from an empty cup, to ignore your own needs just to keep the connection alive. You begin to feel guilty for pulling back, even when pulling back is necessary. The truth is, people who only want access thrive on your availability. They grow closer when you give more and become distant when you ask for even a little in return. And the more generous and empathetic you are, the easier it is for that line between care and convenience to blur. And that's why kind, giving people are often the ones who end up in these friendships. Not because they're weak, but because they lead with empathy. They listen deeply, forgive easily, and give without expecting anything in return. And to the wrong people, that generosity doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like an opportunity. These friends learn your patterns. They know you'll answer the call, reply to the message, make the time. They rely on your consistency while offering inconsistency in return. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to accept less just to maintain the connection. You start minimizing your own needs. You tell yourself you're being patient, understanding, mature. But what you're really doing is shrinking to fit into a dynamic that only works when you give and they take. What hurts most is not the lack of care. It's the realization that your presence was valued more for what it provided than for who you are. That the closeness you felt was real to you but functional to them. And once you see that difference, you can't unsee it. You begin to notice how care shows up quietly and consistently, while access always feels urgent, demanding, and one-sided. And this is where clarity begins. When you understand that not every friendship is built on care, you stop blaming yourself for feeling drained. You stop wondering why you feel exhausted after giving your best. You realize the issue was never that you gave too much. It's that you were giving to someone who only knew how to take. Care doesn't make you feel guilty for needing space. Care doesn't disappear when you set a boundary. Care doesn't only show up when it needs something from you. The moment you start protecting your energy, access-based friendships reveal themselves. They weaken when you stop being endlessly available. They fade when you stop overgiving. And that's not a loss, it's information. Because real friendship isn't about convenience or constant access. It's about mutual respect, effort, and presence. It's about being valued for who you are, not for what you provide. So if someone only stays close when you're useful, let them go. Make space for the people who check on you, show up for you, and care even when there's nothing to gain. Not every connection deserves your energy, and the ones that do will never make you feel like access is the price of being close. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.